Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Welcome to the very first episode of the Apertura season. Obviously, it's just kicked off now for Chivas and Liga MX. And yeah, short answer is that it's been quite a terrible start for Chivas. Um, of the off season, obviously, we've got Mozo in, then we haven't really done much else. Haven't really got rid of much better players either. Um, the big one was Godino leaving, which I think was a terrible mistake. Um, Tonyo, I think he left as well, which is, I mean, Tonyo's alright to leave, but Godino was, for me, was a big miss. Real mistake, and I think mistake sending him to MLS as well. I think he'll do well over there. I mean, it's a decent league for him to play in, but defensively wise, I mean, it's arguable whether he's going to have a better defense at Atlanta than he did at Chivas, but defensively, I think he's going to do alright, but we'll have to wait and see. But big mistake. Chivas seems to have really put all of their eggs in the Jimenez basket. I mean, he did alright last season, so it is what it is. Like, he wouldn't be my first choice. I'll have Godino there still, but um, it is what it is, and Godino's the goalkeeper, and we're just gonna live with it and see what happens. Um, the massive news over the summer was obviously JJ Macias doing his ACL in training, which is absolutely the most worst thing that he could have done besides dying, I suppose. Terrible. He's going to be out for a long, probably all of the Apertura, months. Probably about 6 months. I think I heard someone say about 8 months. It's going to be the whole season. Basically, we're not going to see JJ now till after Christmas, which sucks. Um, it's arguable whether he would have had a personal impact in either the two games. Obviously, we played two games already. Apologies for not getting a video out last weekend. It was just I was at work and I was doing night shifts as well, so I'm always a bit all over the place when I'm doing nights. But yeah, making up for it now. So yeah, obviously losing our star striker and losing, I would say, the best goalkeeper we had in the club. Some people will debate that. That's fair enough. You can say whatever you want in the comments. It's all good. But I think he was our best goalkeeper. And yeah, we didn't have the best defensive run of him. Our defense is quite old now. Like I said, we needed to clear out. We needed um, to get rid of some players that I think a lot of fans have sentimentality towards. Senyo maybe could have gone. Mia, I mean Mia's a decent defender, but he is injury prone. Um, I don't know. Mozo was a really good signing. Absolutely, we needed a new, younger, top right back, and he's arguably that. So that was a good signing. But we just didn't do anything else. We still could. I mean, the window's not closed yet, so it's possible, but it doesn't look too likely. We could get another striker in now that JJ's out. I mean, Ormenio's been highly um, rumoured, but apparently that's off now. Henry Martin from Club America. I mean, that's not the greatest signing for me, but still, it could work. Martin's the exact kind of guy that could come into this Chivas team and do really well. He's got a prior relationship with Vega and Alvarado in the national team, which could help, I guess. He's a proven scorer, and I think it would hurt Club America selling him to us, or for him to join us from there. Um, I mean, I don't know. Martin up the top with Vega out. I mean, I would have Vega at cam. So Martin up top, Vega at cam, and Gula on the left, and Alvarado on the right. I think that's a really really good attacking option for us. So I wouldn't be too bothered about Martin coming in. It's not my first choice, but then the striker pool for Chivas at the moment is quite small. We're not going to get Samson Jimenez, for example. Um, or Eduardo Aguirre, for example. We're not going to get those kinds of players. Which not. Santi Jimenez at Chivas would be absolutely amazing. Some people debate it because obviously his nationality, but if he represents Mexico, for me, if he represents Mexico, then he can play at Chivas, regardless of where he was born or other nationality links. But other people, some people, I can understand. Some people have much more limited criteria when it comes to being eligible to play for Chivas. I get it, I understand it, but it's just my own preference. You guys can have your own preference, and I'm not telling you what to think, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, so Martin, for the players available, it's a decent signing for me. We'll have to see. Probably more decent signing than Ormeño. Ormeño hasn't excited me at all. Um, Even when I've gone on Twitter and I look around, I see a load of my mates or my Twitter buddies not really hyped about this deal at all. So Henry Martin might be the it, but we'll have to wait and see. Going into the games, obviously on paper we had a really decent start to the season. Juarez up first, and then obviously San Luis. A draw and a loss. No goals scored, one goal conceded, which isn't too bad for Jimenez, I guess. 2 games, one goal, not bad. Um, Absolutely no striking, attacking threat whatsoever. Zaldivar for me, it's just not it. I mean, all due respect to him, he's a good player, he's a good lad, but needs to leave. He's just not cut out for Chivas. We need a striker that's actually going to score goals. Zaldivar, his numbers aren't that great either. Seems to pop up with a goal every now and then, but we really are going to miss JJ, I think. That was a real big blow for us. I mean, we absolutely needed him, to be honest with you. He needed a good season as well, because obviously, if he had a good season, if he had a good Apertura, he could have still gone to Qatar, but that's all but gone now. He's not going to be fit for Qatar anyway. Um, but if he had stayed fit and he had done well, he could have been a striking option for Tata. An outside chance, I admit, but still, I mean, if he scored like 15 goals, if he was scoring every game, which he probably wouldn't have done. But if he had done, Tata would have absolutely had to have considered him for Qatar. So, massive blow. Saldivar's just not up to it, in my opinion. Hasn't been up for it for a long time. We needed to get rid of him, I think, a couple of years ago. Um, Probably when we got rid of Pulido. I mean, I wouldn't mind Pulido coming back, to be honest with you. I think he would come in and be our best striker. Um, but it is what it is. I mean, it's terrible, really. No goals scored in 2 games against arguably two of the weakest teams in the league. Obviously, it's Liga MX, and what I like about Liga MX is similar to Premier League, where any team on their day could beat any team. Tigres could lose. Tigres haven't been doing great. Club America haven't been doing great. And these would arguably be the 2 best teams in the league, and they're still losing games. So it's the excitement factor is cool this league, but at the same time, you look at Juarez, you look at San Luis, the first 2 games of the season, where we got, albeit limitedly, we got to the Clausura last season, and we've got a new better right back in now. We should have won those 2 games. Yeah, so I don't know where we go from here. Obviously, we've got San Luis, Santos Laguna coming up next. Then Leon. Trying to stop myself from sneezing. I don't know why. And then we got some random game against Juve, which, okay, whatever. Then Querétaro we could beat, but they're a team that could actually beat us. And then we got Pachuca after that. So this month's going to be super stacked. Don't expect us to get anything from Santos Laguna, although we probably will end up winning. It'd be quite funny actually if we draw against Juarez, lose against Santos Luis, and then beat Santos Laguna and Leon. It would just be the most cheapest thing in the world. I don't think so. I think we'll lose both those games, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. So if we are proven wrong, that'd be great. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just don't have much hope for this season now, um, unless we sign some players. And I say plural, we need more than one player. 3, maybe 4 at least. We're never going to get that many, I know that. We don't have that much money, I know that. But um, I don't know, it is what it is. I don't want to moan too much. I've got a funny feeling this is going to be a season that's going to be a long and a horrible one for us. Hopefully I'm proven wrong. I was back in the manager, obviously he deserved to get a full-time appointment because he did quite well at the end of last Clausura. So I mean, we limped out of the Ligia, but this in the season proper, we're doing really well, and he absolutely deserved, I think, a chance. But at the moment, it's not a good start. A draw and a loss against 2 teams that we should have won. We've got 2 more teams now that arguably are better than us. some would say they are better than us. He's got a tough time now. If he doesn't do well this season, he could still lose his job, and he blatantly, I think he knows that. Um, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully, we get a bit of run of form. Hopefully, Vega snaps into gear and Alvarado picks up a couple of goals as well. And Gula as well. They're all top goal scorers. It's just something's not right. It hasn't been right for a long while. We got the last Clausura, we got into a really good rhythm of scoring goals. We were conceding goals quite a bit because our defence is a little bit shaky now, but we're scoring for fun almost. We've lost that for some reason. So hopefully we can regain that and go on a bit of a run, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the games. You know, do you think we played well? It's just unlucky, especially the Juarez game. I think we should have won that game. I think we played well enough to win it. It's just frustrating. San Luis again could have been 2-0 there. The goal disallowed. Losing 2-0 to San Luis at home is just diabolical in my opinion. Both these games were at home, and to get no points at all, we'll get 1 point out of a possible six is terrible. So we have to fix up our home form because normally away is the away games are the ones we normally struggle in. Home games are the ones we do well in. So we need to get back into home form. If we get a good home form going, then um, yeah, we could still make the gear. We got Leon at home. And Pachuga as well on the 30th is at home as well. So plenty of home games. We need to get back into winning ways at home. So let me know what you think of the team. Let me know how you think about JJ Macias and the striking situation. And let me know what you think about the goalkeepers. Do you think Jimenez is up to the task? He has only conceded 1 goal in 2 games, so I'm not going to put any blame much on him. But let me know what you think about the goalkeepers. Let me know who you think we should bring in. If not him, if not Martin or Mena, who do you think would be available and that we could realistically get that I haven't mentioned that I might not even thought about? Let me know in the comments. We'll have a chat about it. So yeah, interesting times. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to get too angry at the moment. Terrible start, but it's only 2 games in. There's 15 or more left to go, so anything can happen. Things can change. So yeah, take it easy, guys, and I'll be back next week for episode 2, which will be the third game against Santos Laguna, which is I'm really not looking forward to. But yeah, take it easy, guys. Welcome back to the new season. Welcome back to the new league and the new playlist. And yeah, we go from here. See you soon. Adios.